Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend's mom to call me by my actual name? I have a name that, in English-speaking countries, is usually a gender-neutral nickname. Think Alex, Charlie, Frankie, etc. I am half Asian, and in the country of my name's origin, it's a unisex name that isn't short for anything. Since I first met my boyfriend's mom, she has repeatedly asked what my name is short for. I've told her it isn't short for anything, and different languages just have different naming conventions, but she keeps asking anyway. She also makes other related comments that make me uncomfortable, asking where I'm really from, that it doesn't make sense for me to have a name from country A if I'm really from country B, that she hates the trend among young people of having gender-neutral names, and I must have a proper name she can call me. I've talked to my boyfriend about it, and he says he gets why it's uncomfortable, but doesn't want to bring it up because she wouldn't understand. I've started clarifying what my name is and asking to leave it at that, because I'm sick of answering the same questions every time. Last time we saw her, she greeted me by calling me a long version of my name. For example, Alexis instead of Alex. I didn't say anything, but my boyfriend laughed, assuming it was a joke. However, she continued to refer to me by this name, despite mine and my boyfriend's corrections, until I eventually snapped at her to stop. I'm usually polite in trying to divert these kinds of comments, but being referred to by a Western name really pissed me off, and I said something like, "Can you stop this bullshit with my name, please? I've had enough of it now, and it's fucking racist." She got really upset, saying she couldn't believe I would speak to her like that. I left the table and my boyfriend shouted after me to come back and apologize, but I went outside to calm down. Eventually, my boyfriend came outside to tell me to apologize for swearing and calling her racist. I said I would apologize for swearing, because I shouldn't have been disrespectful, but I wasn't going to apologize for calling what she said racist. He said she doesn't see it as a race thing, and she just finds my name a little funny. So I told him to forget it. I was going to drive home, and he could get an Uber by himself. I left by myself, and he came home later. I apologized for leaving without him, and he said he understands why I was upset, but I need to apologize to his mom because she's really hurt that I called her a racist. I said I hadn't called her a racist, and that I wanted to apologize for swearing, but didn't want to apologize for saying that what she said was racist, because then she'll just keep doing it. However, I'm worried I'm wrong to be so stubborn, because my distinction between saying something, racist, being a racist, feels kind of pedantic, and because she keeps phoning my boyfriend to tell him he shouldn't allow me to talk to his own mother like that. So, am I the asshole? NTA not the a-hole. Do not apologize. Instead, talk to her. For the record, it is definitely intolerant, with the end result being that it is racist. You need to start with your boyfriend. Explain to him that what your mother did is about not accepting someone with a different background than hers. At best, she is very selfish. At worst, she is in fact intolerant of those from different backgrounds and/or race. For that reason, you will not be apologizing. If anyone needs to apologize, it is her. But you aren't done yet. It is his job to manage his mother. It is his job to protect you from her behavior. He should have stopped his mom and clearly stated, "Mom, his name is X, not X-Topher." Every single time. At some point, he should have escalated to, "Mom, we are leaving. We'll come back when you apologize and just use X. Be clear that you will not cave to keep the peace with her. When people keep the peace to placate AAHs, the AAHs win. You will not be visiting his mom again until she apologizes. He has to figure out what to do. NTA not the a-hole. But your boyfriend absolutely is. He should have been the one pulling his mother up on her rudeness. And if he's too scared to do that at 46, then he needs some therapy. It is completely fine to react the way you did. After all, that's what his mum wanted to happen. She instigated the whole situation, and it's her responsibility to apologize to you for being incredibly rude to a guest and potential future family member. And this is how racists get away with it. NTA, not the a-hole. Your boyfriend is, though. Imagine being a 46-year-old mama's boy, and instead of being able to set your own boundaries with your parent, stopping someone who does have self-respect and independence from doing so as well, and basically trying to make them apologize for taking up space. F-sec him. You can't parent him as well. He's a grown man. I don't think you need to talk to either of them again. NTA, not the a-hole. His mom is being horribly disrespectful by refusing to just call you. Your name. You told her your name, and she continually tried to get a different name out of you that would suit her liking. That's rude. Unfortunately, your boyfriend may not be worth keeping around, since he obviously doesn't care enough about you to stand firm with his mom or educate his mom about your name. I'm sorry you have to deal that. His mom probably is a little racist and he may be okay with it, and that's not cool. If he truly cared for you, then he would correct his mom and not allow her to just give you another name or constantly ask you about your name. It's never that dramatic, but that family feels the need to constantly do it. Good luck. Hope you find someone that will appreciate you and treat you with respect and dignity. Enter, not the a-hole. Why has your boyfriend not been stepping in? He failed you there. His mom knows exactly what he's doing. She has been pushing and prodding for a long time, and eventually everyone has a point where we snap. She reached it because your boyfriend didn't stop her in time. This is his mom, and he should have stepped in long before this moment. That said, if you want to save this relationship, sit down with him and his mom. Attempt one more time to explain your side. You can apologize for snapping, but not for what you said, because her behavior is wrong and should have stopped after your first gently set boundary. Her unwillingness to leave well enough alone is what brought you here. Set the boundary again, but with a calm and collected mind this time. Of either of them cross it again, and by downplaying it your BF has been crossing it, then you know where you stand. I'm sorry, but this is a deal breaker. The mom thing is one thing, but it's his reaction to all of this that is so concerning to me. You are his partner, and he should have had your back, especially because his mom is beyond the pale. This is avoidant on his part. She wouldn't understand, so much to unpack there. You deserve better than this, and it's not your responsibility to teach anyone that, patiently. You just go find better. I'm so sorry, and NTA, not the a-hole. NTA, not the a-hole. The problem isn't just his mom. It's also him. This is your name. It's not a nickname. It's not short for anything. It's your name. She won't simply call you by your name because she thinks she knows better than you. Instead of being on your side, your boyfriend is upset you, finally, snapped at his mom for get behavior. Don't apologize. And if he keeps pushing, I would honestly reconsider the relationship. NTA, not the a-hole. You don't owe her an apology. If anything, she'd owe you one. The most adult thing you could do is talk to her without your boyfriend around. Preferably. It doesn't matter if she thinks it is racist or not. It just is. That's a fact. Mocking someone's name incessantly is totally annoying, and she deserves to be yelled at for it. If anything, a convo like this would bring you guys closer and show both of you how mature you are. When you're not yelling, LOL. Dump your boyfriend. Obligatory ente, not the a-hole. Your boyfriend has no spine, doesn't respect you, and will be a doormat for the foreseeable future. Also, the age gap is kinda sus NGL. It's really apt the lack of respect. He doesn't stand up for you. This will not change. Your best bet is to cut your loses and find someone with more dignity and a spine. NTA, not the a-hole. Firstly, your swearing is such a blip on the radar compared to her constant disregard and disrespect towards you. Please do not apologize for that. It only gives her more power. Secondly, the pedanticness of are her actions racist or she racist really doesn't matter IMO. At the end of the day, what matters is that this woman has over and over and over shown a complete lack of regard for you by refusing to accept your name. It's such a dumb, minor thing that should never have been an issue with her. It is not dumb or minor, however, in that it should be rug swept. Your boyfriend should have nipped this firmly in the bud after the first time. Your name is your name. It doesn't matter where it came from. She just has to use it. If she doesn't want to be called out for racism, she should stop disrespecting you. Simple as that. Do not apologize. NTA, not the a-hole. This is a classic case of microaggression. His mom doesn't see it as racist, he doesn't see it as racist, but it absolutely is. Asking where you're really from also falls under this category. As a WOC, I get so exhausted of this, especially in online dating, to the point where the second someone says, "Where are you from?" I almost always unmatch, and if a white person comes at me like, they just want to know where you grew up or if you're not from here, there are better ways to ask. NTA, not the a-hole. As an Asian person with a very white name, I understand the frustration. I've been asked so many times what my real name is, and if someone kept insisting even after I clarified it, once or twice, I'd be really upset. I can understand asking out of curiosity, but to straight up call you by a different name? Hell no. And sure, maybe it's not intentionally or maliciously racist, but it's still racist. Besides, it's not uncommon to have a short name as your legal name. I know people just named Mike, Chris, Jed, Alex, Beth, Bobby, Drew, etc. And it's not short for anything. That's just their name. BF's mom can just suck it up and get over herself.